Good morning, folks. It's December 13th of my new life in Venezuela. So I'm gonna do a short video because I can't get a live stream to happen. Oh, my screen is dirty. Hang on here. I should have done that before I turned the camera on, right? So a lot of things have happened. I've been crazy busy doing all kinds of getting ready stuff, house renos, and they're a little bit slow on the house renos. They planning ahead is not their forte, so I've had to intervene a couple times. My container. You want to talk about screwed up things? My container is still in Canada. It was supposed to leave Canada December the 7th? Because I took it to the rail yard in Montreal on November the 30th. It was there for November 28th, actually. It was at the rail yard. And it was supposed to be on the ship by December, I think it was December 7th. Now it's December 19th. So I'm not going to have my container here. The earliest, January the 9th, which means it'll probably clear customs 13th, 14th. So talk about third world country, eh? Canada can't even ship a container on time. And I'm having problems with the company that I hired to move my container. I paid for insurance, and they won't provide me an insurance certificate for my shipment. So that's another experience I'm going through, which is really irritating the crap out of me because they lie in their emails. I'm not going to say the company name, but wow, man, they started off so good, best price, good deal, the whole thing, and it's just gone downhill since they've had my container. So right now my container has no insurance, so I'm just by the seat of my pants here. So my house is not going to be done by Christmas. Well, thankfully, because my container is not going to be here until the 9th. So, but as far as things going in Venezuela, my appliance shopping is doing really well. I got some good deals. Bought a beautiful fridge, nicest fridge I've ever owned in my life, actually. The nicest fridge I've ever owned. Big one too, 28 cubic foot side by side. Got a nice stove, nicest stove I ever had too, because I've never had a nice gas stove, a real nice one. Compared to what I had in Canada, huge difference. As far as Venezuela is concerned, when you make a mistake, things get complicated, which I did. I made a mistake and bought the wrong fridge, and it took 2 days to fix that one. Now, as far as gasoline, when I got here, there was a gas problem because they've got a problem. They've got sabotage going on in the country, the distribution center. But they caught 17 people at the refinery. Not the refinery, it was the distribution center where the gas gets filled up into the trucks. These 17 people were sabotaging the refilling of the trucks, which was causing a massive problem. I actually sat in a gas lineup for over an hour and a half. We sat on the side of the highway, and which was my first major gas lineup I've ever done here. And that was last week. And then on Saturday, they announced on the news they caught these 17 people that were trying to sabotage, which were obviously CIA, paid saboteurs. And now magically the gas is fixed, and there's no gas lineups anywhere. There's gas everywhere now, at 50 cents a liter US is what they're thinking. Now there is subsidized gas, which is 25 cents a liter, and I don't know how that works. I can't get that a straight answer on that one, on the subsidized gas. But I know that the international gas price of 50 cents, it's everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's gasoline, no lineups. You just drive right up, get gas, and drive away. Other than that, there's nothing broken. I have noticed a huge difference in things getting fixed here compared to 3 years ago. First of all the traffic lights work now again. Traffic lights are working in sync. Now they go on a little fritz sometimes at night. You'll be driving home and it'll go on a fritz. But 99.9% of the time, all the traffic lights are working again, which 3 years ago, nothing was working 3 years ago. Absolutely nothing was working 3 years ago. And people don't pay attention to traffic lights. Well, there's about 10% of the population that traffic lights mean nothing to them, which I've seen some close calls, just crazy. And it seems It's the motorcycle people that take the biggest risks. They're nuts. They're nuts. I don't know what they think. I don't know if they think that motorcycles are immune to getting smacked. I don't know what it is. But what else? Oh yeah, things getting repaired. That's another thing I've noticed. There's a lot more repairs taking place where they're fixing holes and doing cement work. It seems that the government, you can actually see the government doing something, repairing things. It's happening. Now, allegedly, the money is coming from from industries that are being returned to Venezuela. Because I just read, well, Abram was reading for me, a big chemical producing plant got returned from Colombia back to Venezuela that was stolen from them from the previous government. So there's things happening, here that are improving. Things are improving, but also prices are going up big time. The U.S. dollar, anything priced in dollars is going up substantially. The wages are still really low, but it's stagflation 101 is what it is here. But the U.S. dollar is absolutely losing value because things are. If you buy something local, if it's something local, it's cheap. But if it's imported, it's crazy, the prices. So, like I've bought some plumbing pieces for my toilet, and the imported one, which was a North American type of valve, was $23. But there was a Venezuelan brand, and it was $7. To give you an idea, because the valve, I said this is exactly the same type of valve that we have in North America. And it was 23 US. And then the one that I've never seen before, but the same thing, does the same thing inside the toilet, was like $7. So, same with hot water tanks. Venezuelan hot water tanks are much cheaper than the imported ones. But Hanover had a problem. With my tile floor. The store gave them 2 different sizes of tiles. Halfway through doing the floor, they opened the box and the other tiles are the wrong size, so they had to rip everything up. That was another thing. Hanover felt bad about that. It wasn't his fault though, the store. And then he had a big fight with the store because the store said it wasn't their fault, but they gave him the wrong tiles. Just everything moves slow here, which I have no problem with. My truck is currently getting the seats done, and when I get it back, it will be like a brand new truck. I replaced the giant tires that were on the truck because they were just hell to drive. Like hell. I hated it. Big, giant off-road tires. God, the truck drove terrible. Now it drives like a car. Really hauls, actually. It drives really nice. When I drove to Little Victoria there on Monday, I drove at warp like 125 kilometers an hour, and it just stuck to the road. But I had to buy regular car tires because there is no light truck tires in its size. So I had to buy a car tire in its size, which isn't the end of the world. Because tires are iffy around here. It's all domestic tires, some Chinese tires. But I got Firestones, which I think the Firestone plant is closed and it's all old inventory. But things are getting fixed. But it is broken. Things are broken here. But I have noticed a big improvement on things. Things are changing here. And I'm going through a ton of government bureaucracy, which everything's going to be put on hold here because next week is Christmas week here. And this is the week before Christmas, technically, right now. This is the week before Christmas because Christmas falls on Saturday. It is technically classed, the whole week is Christmas. So like the truck place, they close on Friday, the 16th for Christmas. They take Christmas here very, very seriously. It's a long, long holiday. So because they celebrate Christmas here actually on the 24th. It's an all-night affair. So technically Christmas is Friday here. And so that means next week is complete write-off. So today I have to order with Hanover all the supplies, enough supplies to get them through Christmas, cement and that kind of stuff. So that's what we're doing today. But they take Christmas very serious. Like my government, I have to get registered. I have to go to Caracas to register as a foreigner because they've changed all the property rules now. The property I already own is no problem because I'm grandfathered, but any new transactions, and I'm transferring the house over, and I can't transfer it over until I'm registered as a foreigner. So I have to drive to Caracas, and they only have the appointment Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. till 10:30, and to register as a foreigner, to get my foreigner ID, and then I get the foreigner ID. I come back home here to Valencia, go online to the website, which only works partial time sometimes, and then I have to register with that foreigner ID on the website. And once I'm registered, then I can transfer property into my name. So, just a new curveball that I've been subjected to, which isn't the end of the world. It's just that nothing's going to happen this month. Absolutely nothing. I'm not worried about it. So, just, minor delays. Everything's just, whatever. I'm here. That's the important part. I'm here, and this is where I want to be, and it's interesting, and every day is an adventure. It's nowhere near boring. It's exhausting, actually. It's truly exhausting. I've never been so tired in my life. Everything. It's like, it's unbelievable. And the weather, that's another thing too. The weather's freaking amazing. Get this. They have a thing called, well, first of all, Valencia is surrounded by mountains, okay? So at night it cools right off. Like it's unbelievable how it cools off. But right now, this time of year, they have a thing called the Christmas breeze. And you can feel this cool breeze coming off the mountains, and it cools everything right off. It's unbelievable. And it's like there's a peak heat during the day, and it's like, I guess it's about 10:30 till about 4 o'clock, 10:30 to 4 o'clock, that it's warm. But it's, not crazy heat. They're 30, 31. And then it just starts cooling off, and you can feel this Christmas breeze blowing in. And the nice thing is about where my house is, I'm right beside the mountains. Like, there's mountains here, okay? You can see the mountains here. Well, my house in Lucamanca, which is in San Diego, I'm right beside the mountains, like right beside. Like the mountains are literally, I can walk outside my community and walk up the hill to the mountains. Is what I can do.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. So, the mountains are, just absolutely, right there. Like I'm going to do some hiking up there. I'm living where my house is. It's really, really, it's good if we're doing, like, you want to do some exercise. Get out. It's close and no traffic. Not like here. The freaking vehicles here. And people love driving with no mufflers. The other night it was like 3:30 in the morning. Somebody parked right in front of our bedroom window, right in front of the bedroom window, and had their music as loud as could be. And I thought the stereo was in the bedroom. I was like, my God! I woke up and I was like, what? There's a stereo in here. And they sat outside there playing this music, yelling at each other. I don't know, some kind of shenanigans was going on Saturday night. But I'm like right in the city here, like where Abram lives. It's like, well, this is the boulevard, Esmeralda, and it's like, it's busy. It's busy. It's commercial. Where my house is, it's a community, quiet. I'll sleep much better when I get there. Which now won't be till after January the 9th. Oh my God. So probably somewhere around the 13th or 14th, my container will clear customs. Oh man, I've been living like this now. Well, 6 months. 6 months actually. Yeah, it was 6 months yesterday. June the 12th is when I gave up my bedroom in Renfrew to the new owners of the farm. So I've been living basically either on an air mattress or on a borrowed bed or out of a suitcase now since June the 12th, 2022. Oh God. To go from 27 years stable in one place, totally comfortable, everything's set up, to absolute turmoil. It's talk about a test. This is a test. And now I'm learning a new language, which I'm excited about that part. I truly am. I love it. And they're getting good laughs out of it because I'm so bad at it. Because of my dyslexia, I'm terrible with words. It's unbelievable. Like I can take us. I can do the GPS. We'll go somewhere, or they'll take me somewhere, and I'll know how to get there and get back. And they'll forget. We'll be driving in the vehicle, and they're like, "How do we get back?" And I know, you turn here, turn there. Like I can remember things like that, like unbelievable. Like yesterday, drove to the truck place, didn't even use the GPS. I knew exactly where it was. Boom, 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 and they were like, I'm like, "How do you remember this?" And I was like, "I just know. It's like, I've been here before, and I, little landmarks, and I got a built-in GPS, Or numbers. Remember the numbers. But give me words? Oh my God, I'm a freaking retard. And I am. I'm a complete retard when it comes to words. And it's my dyslexia, mixing things up. My brain gets completely jumbled up. But I wish I screwed up. I wish I had, and we're looking, but we're no luck, is I need like a little 8.5 by 11 whiteboard. So My translator can write words out for me when we're in the truck, because it helps if I can see the word written when they're trying to, because their pronunciation sometimes it gets me all screwed up. Everybody pronounces different. So, like Abram's the worst. Abram's the worst because he'll say it right the first time and then he'll do it 100 miles an hour and it sounds completely different to me. My translator, she does a better job. But I need the whiteboard so that I can see it written out. It seems that if I can see it written out, it sinks in a little bit better. But I'll get it done. I'll get this figured out. I got no choice. I'm in a country where literally, I bet you it's maybe 0.1% you run into English here. Like if you ever want to go on a holiday where there's no English, come here. It's like, whoa, and tourism doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Even the stores, you go to the stores, because everything here, you need, okay, first of all, it's not government. This is not a government thing. It's a business thing. Every business, because of the way the taxation system works here, every business has to register transactions. And so you have to have an ID. Now you don't have to show your ID. You can just tell them, like I memorize my passport number, and I just give my passport number and my name. And but you have to register. The only time you don't have to register is buying food, like cooked food, and gasoline, okay? But if you want to buy something in a store, like groceries or goods and services, they have to have your name and your ID. And it's not linked to the government because everybody's different. Nobody's database is joined. It's really quite a mess. And nobody knows why they do it either. Because I ask everybody and nobody has a clue why they do it. A lot of things happen here that nobody knows why it is. Because I ask, like, why is it this way? And nobody knows why. It's really quite funny. And the black market here for dollars, like you can go to a big business, like a really, really big business, okay? And they'll have an invoice price with tax and everything, okay? An example, tires. So my tires, I got paid $160 with tax with tires, or $120 cash. And this is a big business, okay? This is not a little mom and pop operation. Cash, no receipt. They love the cash. And like there's discounts too. Like yesterday with the big, it's like a Home Depot type store. Easy Home, I think, I forget what, ISO something home, and they had a 26% discount day for cash. If you have cash, 26% discount. No, cash rules here. No. And because there's not a lot of believers floating around, everything's electronic when it comes to believers, and the believers are getting the crap kicked out of it right now. No. But other than that, things are going good. Got this wicked stuffed up thing happening. It's got to be the plants. I've got an allergy thing, which is bizarre because I don't have allergies, but somehow I've developed something here, or it's remnants of my last week's COVID that I had. Throat's better. I'm not using air conditioning. No air conditioning. I tried the air conditioning 3 nights ago. Had it set at 78 with the fan running, and it was still too much. I woke up with a sore throat. No, I can't do air conditioning. So I gotta do fan, just a fan, which I'm fine with that. I'm not a big fan of air conditioning anyway, so. I don't mind air conditioning in the truck. I can do it a little bit, at an office, at a desk, definitely. But sleeping, can't do it. Too dry. I like the moist air. My body likes the moist air, it seems. So, not getting any sun tanning done, other than just walking around right now. Can't wait to get settled though, folks. Get that container unpacked, get my home settled, get a home base, my own home base to start. Because right now I'm just like living in a suitcase in Abram's spare room, and it's I feel like I'm imposing on everybody I go near. It's like, but they're no problem. They have no problem with the gringo imposing. So. Anyways, that's about it. Can't think of anything else. This video is going to take forever to upload. Can't think of anything else, folks. So that's the update for December the 13th in Venezuela. I hope I answered some of your questions of what's going on here and what it's like. But it's people are friendly. It's nice. I've been eating lots of street food, walking around, trying different places, different restaurants. Some things are, I hit one restaurant that was out there on some kind of epoxy cement glue. The price was crazy. And then yesterday I was eating fish pastries that were $1 a piece that were awesome. So it's hit and miss where what you hit. So ask questions, look around. Some interesting things, stolen manhole covers. I was like, wow, that's dangerous. There's some crazy things here. I love it, but it's not for the timid, or if you're afraid of your shadow. You got to have a sense of adventure to do this, folks. And that's one thing I have. Another thing this past week, it's really hit home. There's absolutely no way Doug could have came with me. No way. He would have been miserable. It would have been absolutely horrid for him to come here. His life was meant to exist and end on the farm, and he had a good run. And it would have to end it here, he would have not even understood. It would have been so confusing for him, Dougie is exactly where he's supposed to be, buried in the front yard of the old farm. I say hi to him too. I still think about it. Still chokes me up thinking about the old guy. Anyways, I'm gonna say goodbye, and now I'll keep doing my shorts because they're quick and easy for me to pop up, and and maybe the next time I get more balls, and I would have shoot that video in the bathroom yesterday. My God, that bathroom, it was crazy yesterday. I saw bad bathrooms in Brazil in '91 during their economic crisis, and the bathrooms were scary. And but this yesterday was nothing. It was everything. It was like it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable, and you had to pay through 3 believers, which is about 15. No, whatever 3 believers would be roughly about 16 cents to use it. Crazy. All right, I gotta say goodbye, and I'll keep the updates coming.